All right, so are you ready to land that dream tech job? Because I am feeling the ambition radiating from these sources. We're diving deep, into how to customize practice for specific companies from the Algo Academy blog. And get this, it's not just about, being like a coding superstar.
Right.
You've got to tailor your game plan to each company.
Yeah, it's like training for the Olympics. You wouldn't use the same regimen for archery and weightlifting, right?
Right.
Each company has its own unique tech obsession.
So true. And the article even mentions how Google is all about algorithms. I actually heard a story about a Google interview where they asked the candidate to design an algorithm for optimizing Santa's delivery route.
Oh, wow.
Talk about a brain teaser.
That's a classic example. They're looking for that deep algorithmic thinking, not just textbook solutions. Whereas Amazon, on the other hand, is obsessed with scalability and efficiency. Handling millions of Prime Day orders without a hitch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that brings us to another point the article makes, that interviews are like snowflakes. No two are alike, and you've got to be ready for anything. I bet knowing a company's favorite tools is like speaking their language,
Yeah.
It shows that you've done your homework.
It's like showing up to a party wearing the right attire. You instantly fit in and feel more confident. The article suggests going full-on tech detective. Websites like Glassdoor, LeetCode, and Blind are your go-to resources for intel on past interviews.
So it's like scouting out the competition before a big game.
Exactly.
Know their plays, their strengths, their weaknesses. But what about getting the inside scoop?
LinkedIn is your secret weapon for that.
Okay.
Connect with people who already work there.
Makes sense.
They can give you the real deal on the company culture, the interview process, and maybe even some tips on what to expect.
Oh, that's brilliant. And what about company events? Those aren't just for free snacks, are they?
Absolutely not. They're like mini treasure chests of information. Pay attention to the presentations. Listen to the conversations. You'll be surprised at what you can pick up about what they value in a candidate.
Okay, so we've done our recon, we've got our intel. Let's dive into some company-specific tech deep dives. What are some examples of those unique tech obsessions we talked about?
Well, let's start with Google and those algorithms they love so much. Expect to encounter challenges with graph algorithms and dynamic programming.
Okay, now for someone who's not swimming in algorithms every day, could you break down dynamic programming for us?
Of course. Dynamic programming is at its core a way to solve complex problems by breaking them down into smaller, overlapping subproblems. It's about finding efficient and elegant solutions, and that's why Google interviewers love to test it.
So if you're aiming for Google, brush up on those algorithms. What about Amazon? What's their tech flavor?
Amazon is all about serving those customers and doing it as efficiently as possible. Expect questions around design patterns and object-oriented programming. Imagine being asked to design a system that can handle Prime Day traffic, millions of orders, lightning-fast delivery, and a seamless customer experience.
That's a high-stakes design challenge. It sounds like they really push you to think about scalability and those customer-first solutions.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And speaking of fast-paced, if Facebook is your target, get ready to move quickly. They're big on front-end algorithms and data structures because they need to handle massive amounts of data and user interactions in real time.
So those React skills need to be razor sharp. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The article talks about platforms like LeetCode, HackerRank, and Algo Expert. What makes them so special?
They offer company-specific practice problems. It's like having a personalized training ground where you can hone the exact skills that each company values. You're not just practicing coding, you're practicing for the specific challenges you'll face in the interview.
That's brilliant. It takes the guesswork out of preparation. And I've heard those system design questions are like the boss battles of the tech interview world.
They certainly can be. And again, the key is to practice tackling scenarios that are relevant to each company. For Google, it might be designing a system that can handle billions of search queries. For Amazon, it might be an e-commerce platform that can scale to handle Prime Day traffic.
And of course, knowing the company's tech stack is crucial, right? Like having the right tools for the job.
Absolutely. It's not just about knowing how to code. It's about knowing how to code within their specific environment. Do your research understand their preferred languages, frameworks, and tools? It shows you're not just a coder, you're a problem solver who can hit the ground running. But here's the thing. It's not all about the code.
Ooh, that's where we get into the human side of things, right? Every company has its own unique culture, its own personality.
Okay.
So how do we decode that?
You're absolutely right. Cultural fit is just as important as technical skills. Each company has its own values, its own way of doing things. Google, for instance, is known for its innovative, think-outside-the-box culture. They want people who challenge the status quo and aren't afraid to experiment.
They want to see your brain do backflips. What about Amazon? What's their cultural vibe?
Amazon is incredibly customer-centric and incredibly frugal.
Okay.
They're all about finding ways to delight the customer while being incredibly efficient with resources.
Makes sense.
Think about their leadership principles. They're not just words on a page. They're deeply ingrained in their culture.
It makes sense. They've built an empire on customer obsession and operational excellence. Okay, let's talk about Facebook. What's their cultural mantra?
Facebook is all about moving fast and breaking things, or at least that was their motto for a long time. They value speed innovation and a willingness to iterate quickly. They want people who can build things, test them, learn from their mistakes, and move on to the next big thing.
It's a culture that thrives on agility and constant evolution. But what about some of the other big players? Apple, for example, they have a very distinct reputation.
Apple is notoriously design-focused.
Right.
They want to see how your code translates into a beautiful, intuitive user experience. They're not just building products, they're crafting experiences.
That attention to detail is legendary. And what about Netflix? They've shaken up the entertainment industry. What's their secret sauce?
Netflix is all about freedom and responsibility. They give their employees a lot of autonomy, but they also expect them to own their projects and deliver results. It's a culture that attracts independent thinkers and self-starters.
Yeah.
So now that we've got a handle on these cultural nuances, how do we translate that into interview success? Google's famous for its whiteboard interviews, right?
They are. It sounds terrifying, standing there marker in hand, trying to solve complex problems while everyone watches. How do you even prepare for that?
Practice is key, of course. But it's not just about writing code on a whiteboard. It's about thinking out loud, explaining your thought process, and demonstrating your problem-solving skills. And don't be afraid to ask clarifying questions. It shows you're engaged and thinking critically.
Good point. It's not just about finding the answer, it's about showing how you get there. What about Amazon? What kind of interview gauntlet do they put you through?
Amazon loves their behavioral questions.
Okay.
They want to hear stories that demonstrate their leadership principles in action. Think about situations where you've dealt with ambiguity, taken ownership, or delivered results under pressure. Be prepared to back up your claims with specific examples.
That sounds intense. It's like a storytelling boot camp. Facebook has their ninja program. What's the deal with that?
It's essentially a series of shorter interviews back-to-back with a focus on quick problem-solving and concise explanations. It's about thinking on your feet, adapting to new information, and demonstrating your ability to communicate clearly under pressure.
It's like a mental obstacle course. Are there any other interview quirks we should be aware of, say with Apple or Netflix?
Apple often includes team matching interviews.
Okay.
So research different teams and be prepared to discuss which ones interest you and why. It shows you've done your homework and you're thinking about how you can best contribute to their success.
That's a smart move. It shows you're not just looking for any job at Apple, you're looking for the right fit. What about Netflix and their culture of freedom and responsibility? How does that play out in the interview process?
Netflix tends to have in-depth discussions about your work style, your approach to problem solving, and how you handle challenges. Be prepared to share specific examples that demonstrate your ability to take ownership, make decisions, and learn from your experiences.
This is a lot to take in. We've uncovered so much already, but before we get overwhelmed, let's take a moment to process this.
That's a great idea. It's important to pause and reflect on what we've learned so far. And when we come back, we'll explore how AI can be a secret weapon in your job hunting journey.
All right, we're back and ready to unleash the power of AI in our quest for that perfect tech job. I'm picturing like a virtual army of bots, crafting the perfect resume, writing flawless code, and coaching us through those nail-biting interviews.
Yeah.
Is that a bit too sci-fi?
Well, maybe not that far off. While we don't have robot recruiters yet, AI is revolutionizing how we prepare for job interviews. The article highlights some game-changing AI tools that can give you a serious edge.
Okay, I'm all ears. Tell me everything.
Let's start with AI-powered code review tools.
Okay.
Imagine this. You've been slaving away on a coding challenge.
Yeah.
Trying to impress Google with your elegant solution. You feed your code into this AI tool, and it analyzes it based on Google's specific style guide and best practices.
So it's not just checking if the code works, it's checking if it's Google-worthy, catching those subtle style errors or inefficiencies that a human reviewer might miss.
Exactly. It's like having a senior Google engineer looking over your shoulder, giving you real-time feedback before you even submit your application.
That's a game changer. It would save so much time and prevent those embarrassing rookie mistakes. What else is there in this AI arsenal?
AI interview simulators are another must-have. Remember how we talked about those intense behavioral questions at Amazon?
Oh, yeah.
Well, imagine practicing those scenarios in a virtual environment. The AI throws those curveball questions at you, analyzes your responses, and gives you feedback on your delivery, your content, everything.
It's like having a personal interview coach available 24/7, helping you refine your answers and build confidence. No more sweaty palms and stumbling over words.
It takes the fear factor out of the equation and helps you approach those interviews with a sense of calm and preparedness.
I love that. AI to the rescue, banishing those pre-interview jitters.
Yeah.
Any other AI tricks up your sleeve?
The article also mentions personalized learning paths. These AI-powered platforms are like supercharged study buddies. They analyze your performance on practice problems, pinpoint your weak spots, and then create a custom training plan tailored to the specific requirements of your dream company.
That's incredible. It's like having a personalized roadmap to interview success. No more wasting time on concepts I've already mastered. It's laser-focused training on exactly what I need to know.
It's all about efficiency and maximizing your learning. And that's what AI excels at. It's not about replacing human effort, it's about augmenting it, making us smarter, faster, and more prepared.
I'm seriously impressed with the potential of AI in this space. It's like having a secret weapon in your job hunting arsenal. Okay, so we've covered the technical skills, the cultural nuances, the AI advantage, but I'm curious, what about going above and beyond? How can we really stand out from the crowd and make those recruiters take notice?
The article has a brilliant suggestion for this. Passion projects.
Okay.
Think of it this way. You're applying to Google, a company synonymous with innovation and cutting-edge technology. What better way to impress them than by building something that reflects those values?
I like where you're going with this. Give me some examples. What kind of passion project would scream Google material?
Imagine creating a mini search engine that utilizes a novel algorithm for ranking results, or developing a machine learning model for image recognition that pushes the boundaries of accuracy and speed.
Those are some seriously impressive projects. It's not just talking the talk, it's walking the walk, proving that you have the skills and the passion to thrive in their environment.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be a massive, complex project. The key is to choose something that genuinely interests you and aligns with the company's core values.
So if we're talking Amazon, what kind of passion project would make their leadership principles sing?
Think about building a small e-commerce platform that focuses on delivering a seamless customer experience. Maybe you incorporate features like personalized product recommendations or a lightning-fast checkout process. Or you could even design a system for optimizing delivery routes, minimizing costs while ensuring timely deliveries.
Those are great examples. It shows you're not just interested in working at Amazon, you're interested in solving the same challenges that drive their business. What about Facebook? What kind of project would capture their fast-paced, innovation-driven culture?
A social media app with real-time updates and a unique approach to content sharing would definitely catch their eye. Or you could develop a tool for analyzing user engagement data and identifying emerging trends. It's all about showcasing your ability to think creatively and build things that connect people and push the boundaries of social interaction.
These passion projects are such a powerful way to demonstrate your understanding of the company's products and the problems they're trying to solve. It goes beyond just listing skills on a resume. It's about showing initiative, creativity, and a genuine passion for the work.
Absolutely. And it's a fantastic talking point during interviews. It allows you to showcase your technical skills, your problem-solving abilities, and your genuine enthusiasm for the company's mission.
All right, so we've built our AI-powered skill set, crafted impressive passion projects. What else can we do to stay ahead of the curve in this ever-evolving tech landscape?
The article emphasizes the importance of staying in the loop.
Okay.
It's not enough to know the company as it is today. You need to understand where they're headed, what challenges they're facing, and how you can contribute to their future success.
So it's about being a tech enthusiast, keeping your finger on the pulse of innovation.
Yeah.
How do we do that effectively?
Company blogs, tech talks, product launches. These are all gold mines of information. Follow their social media channels, join relevant online communities, and immerse yourself in their world.
It's like becoming a student of the company, understanding their DNA, their values, their aspirations.
Exactly. It shows you're not just looking for a job. You're looking for a place where you can learn, grow, and make a meaningful contribution.
Okay, we're almost ready for our interview close-up. We've got our skills sharpened, our passion projects polished, and our industry knowledge up to date. What's the final piece of the puzzle?
The article strongly recommends mock interviews as the ultimate dress rehearsal. Find a mentor, a career coach, or a seasoned professional who can put you through your paces and give you honest, constructive feedback.
Someone who can ask those tough questions, expose those blind spots, and help us refine our answers. It sounds invaluable.
It's about getting comfortable with the format, anticipating those tricky questions, and practicing your delivery until it's smooth and confident. And don't forget about timing. Many interviews have strict time limits, so you need to be concise and efficient with your answers.
It's like a mental obstacle course testing, not just your knowledge, but your ability to think on your feet and communicate clearly under pressure. But that's the beauty of the tech world, right? It's challenging, but also incredibly rewarding.
It certainly is. And remember, the article lays out a detailed 8-week plan specifically for Google, but the principles apply to any tech company. Break down the process into manageable chunks, set realistic goals, and celebrate your progress along the way.
That's such an important reminder. It's easy to get overwhelmed with all this information, but if we break it down into smaller steps, it becomes much more manageable. All right, before we wrap up this deep dive into the world of tech interviews, let's pause and take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. When we come back, we'll distill the key takeaways and leave you with some final food for thought. Okay, we're back for our final lap in this deep dive. Into landing that dream tech job. We've covered so much, from company-specific strategies to AI tools, the power of passion projects. I'm ready to fire up those applications. How about you?
I know, me too. It's exciting stuff, right?
Yeah, it is.
But remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
So true. So let's, take a minute here to crystallize the key takeaways from this incredible guide. First and foremost, it's all about customization, right? Ditch the generic resume and tailor your approach to each company's, unique tech obsession.
Think of it like building a custom suit. You wouldn't wear a tuxedo to a hiking trip.
Right.
You need the right gear for the right occasion.
I love that. Okay, so step 1, become a tech detective. Unearth those hidden clues about the company's culture, their technical focus, their interview style.
Glassdoor, LeetCode, LinkedIn. These are your research weapons. And don't forget about networking, connecting with people who are already on the inside. They can give you invaluable insight.
Well, for sure. And those company events, they're like mini treasure chests of information.
Absolutely.
Pay attention to the presentations, listen to those conversations, soak it all in. Okay. Now, on the technical side, it's not just about, being a coding whiz. You need to align your skills with the company's specific tech stack, right?
Right.
Practice those algorithms, master those design patterns, and get comfortable tackling those challenging system design questions.
Yeah, LeetCode, HackerRank, Algo Expert. These platforms are your training grounds. They offer those company-specific practice problems that can really help you hone the exact skills you need to impress those interviewers.
Yeah, and let's not forget about our AI allies. Those AI-powered code review tools. Interview simulators and personalized learning paths can give you a serious edge.
For sure. It's like having a personal coach and mentor all rolled into one.
Yeah.
Embrace these tools.
Yeah.
Let them guide you and watch your confidence soar.
Now, beyond the technical prowess, remember, cultural fit is just as important.
Oh, absolutely.
Show those companies that you understand their values, their mission, their way of doing things. Passion projects are a fantastic way to do that. Build something that aligns with their core values, something that showcases your skills and your genuine enthusiasm for their work.
Right. And stay in the loop. Follow their blogs, attend their tech talks, be an active participant in their online communities. It shows that you're invested and eager to learn.
Okay. Final prep, those mock interviews. Find a mentor, career coach, seasoned professional who can put you through the ringer and give you honest, constructive feedback.
Yes. Get comfortable with the format. Anticipate those tricky questions and practice your delivery until it's smooth and confident. And don't forget about timing. Many interviews have strict time limits, so you need to be concise and efficient with your answers.
It's like a mental obstacle course, testing not just your knowledge, but also your ability to think on your feet and communicate clearly under pressure. But that's the beauty of the tech world, right?
It is.
It's challenging, but also incredibly rewarding.
It certainly is.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what stands out to you from all this?
For me, it's the power of personalized preparation. It's not just about learning to code. It's about understanding what each company values and tailoring your approach accordingly. It's about showcasing your unique skills and passion in a way that resonates with their culture.
I couldn't agree more. It's about being strategic, being resourceful, and being genuinely enthusiastic about the opportunity. And remember, you've got this. With focused effort and the right strategies, you can conquer any tech interview.
Absolutely. Believe in yourself, put in the work, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve.
And here's a final thought to ponder. How can you leverage your unique strengths and experiences to create an irresistible application? What story will you tell? That's your homework. Good luck on your journey. And may the algorithms be ever in your favor.